Hello, it's your boy Munch. Today I'm breaking down another draft I'm in, the IGL low tier league. Um, IGL held in Pocofinium. There are 4 leagues right now, and thanks for all the staff, especially for Andy, both the owners and Andy at Houston Toros, uh, for letting me into the low tier league. And yeah, it's low tier league. I was pick 8 out of 16, so pretty mid, not great pick. Not great, but I think we could make it work. So for my first pick, I chose Rapiria. This is a pointed league, pointed draft, not tiers. And Rapiria was 15 points in a 20 points league, which I thought was a really great steal. And I was surprised it made it to me, honestly. So, yeah, I just had to pick it up. It's an amazing mon, amazing rocker. The offense, defense is great. Ability, solid rock. I think Reckless doesn't give it much, but solid rock. Reducing super effective damage, great coverage, great rocker. Can run choice band, can run weakness policy, can just run defensive, lefties, SD, rock polish, all that stuff. Yeah, body press. Yeah, it gets body press. Yeah, a lot of great coverage. Maybe power punch AV or something. Raw pursuit. I think this is legacy, so pursuit is a thing. Yeah, toxic could be nice. So yeah, that was my first pick. So for the next pick, I thought, yeah, I'm weak to water, I'm weak to grass, I'm weak to ground. So I wanted a grass type that also resists fighting, so really synergizes well. And I drafted Demise. Steel Worker gives it basically stab on steel as well as grass and ghost. Anchor shot, a great coverage, great coverage. Yeah, earthquake, body press. Don't think I really run this, but yeah, anchor shot, earthquake, gyro ball, heavy slam, all great iron head, all great steel moves that get stabbed from it. Knockoff, liquidation, there's poltergeist, power whip, so much great stuff. Gives me a spinner. And yeah, I didn't know it could switcheroo. Actually gets sword stance and synthesis. Reliable recovery is great. Yeah, I'm not talking too much about this one because I actually, spoilers ahead, I actually ended up dropping it. For my next pick, I was like, I was in voice chat with some other guys in the league, and yeah, we were kind of talking about how limited wish passes actually are. So for my next pick, I got Wigglytuff. I used it quite a bit in draft already. Speed last season and Gracidia. Competitive can be nice against webs. It's not very fast, so it doesn't care about webs drops. Or against defog, switching into defog, punishing it, or actually gets intimidate. It's pretty nice. And frisk is another useful ability just to find out a lot about my opponent's sets. Yeah, and obviously those fat wishes from coming from 140 base HP, which is it doesn't have the greatest stats other than that, but yeah, you can EV it to take a lot of hits and maybe actually do some damage, like to it KO some mons. Yeah. For my next pick, it was like, yeah, my speed tiers right now 40, not a 40, 45. Weekly Draft being my fastest mon with 3 months into the draft. It's not great. People said, yeah, you can run some trick room stuff, but I don't really like playing trick room a lot, especially in draft where you can prep for it easily. And yeah, I can never make it really work enough that it's worth setting up. So I drafted some speed, Idealisk, great pivot, 3 good abilities and weather. Basically 2. You won't really use Sandvale unless you draft like a setter. Dry Skin is the most common, giving you water immunity. Yeah, so for my next pick, again, voice chat was someone was saying, yeah, I kind of want Munchlaxs, and I couldn't let that happen. Getting my mascot pick stealed into that to that point, I didn't have. I I wasn't like super happy about the team I got because yeah, it's still really slow. I picked 3 normal types in a row. Yeah, gives me a fighting weakness. I mean, I have a ghost type, but still not great because Munchlax always also doesn't like to get knocked off. So for my next pick, I wanted another fast mon, another fast pivot. I wanted I wanted a fast pivot, and I got a learned version, which I also won't talk about much. The Fur Code Technician Reddit free, actually pretty good abilities. Gets U-turn parting shot, gets fake out with Technician maybe, gets knockoff. Knockoff users are always nice, especially in no draft, in low tier drafts where there will be a variety of Violite users. Nasty Plot, special set are actually stronger. So Parting Shot, really good. Play Rough, Power Jam, so really good coverage. Also, since it's a form of a normal type, Seed Bomb, Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball isn't that useful, I think. Throat Chop, Thunderbolt. Yeah, great stuff. Fur Coat is great, makes it a good wall. Physical, even with those not that, even if the stats aren't that great. Yeah, not talking too much about it. Next pick, I was like, how do I fix my speed tiers without making it a trick room team? And then I realized something. And so my next pick was Victor Bell, Chlorophyll Gluttony. Yeah, I mean, I saw that in the tier list, Ninetales was still available. Pretty expensive, but it was available. And yeah, so people in voice chat after I picked Victory Bell were like, yeah, someone sniped the Sunsetters. Someone actually after I picked Victory Bell got Vulpix. but not the Ninetales, which was still available then. I got Ninetales. Now I got a nice little Suncore. Ninetales, Victory Bell, actually Heliolisk with solar power hits pretty hard. Yeah. Munchlaxs giving me another fire resist. Yeah. So next pick, I just wanted to keep building on my sun, and I got Charizard. Solar power, that's what I'm running mainly. Obviously, maybe some weeks I run like Dragon Dance, Swords Dance, or Belly Drum even, depending on the matchup. Yeah, gets the special coverage is like any fire coverage, flamethrower, fire blast, weather ball, air slash for the second move, solar beam maybe, and then focus blast or maybe something like dragon pulse or scorching sands. Yeah, maybe run some roost or defog because my team doesn't have the greatest removal yet. But yeah, so I was left with 2 picks and 2 points, and so I drafted Pawniard and needed a steel type, was 1 point, and yeah, it actually wasn't even listed in the tier list, so it said like the not tiered thing on my roster, so somehow it didn't cock away the 1 point, so I drafted it. My last one was earlier, actually for 2 points. It was a mistake, actually, but I fixed it in Grace then. Yeah, it was kind of because the dog didn't count the point for Pawniard for some reason. Yeah, let's just go about my grace period traits. You are gone. You are gone. And yeah, I just drafted something there just to fill out my points, just to fix it in grace after. So I dropped those 3. And then I got Hitmontop. Gives me a spinner, gives me intimidate, great priority user technician with priority like fake out, bullet punch, mug punch. I think it gets all of this stuff. Bullet punch, fake out. Not the biggest fake out fan. It gets sucker punch too. So it's really priority demand actually. Don't know if I forgot anything. Triple Axle is nice. So is that, I mean, talked about priority. If I forgot any priority, rapid spin, pretty good. Oh, pursuit. I forgot about pursuit, and it was the quick attack. If I want to, I can run quick attack. If I really want to hit something resistant to both fighting and steel and dark, the fast, strong technician priority. That obviously close combat, great stab, earthquake. It gets spoke up, so I probably won't run curse. Yeah, high jump kick if I want the extra power. Don't really see me running this. Rock slide, stone edge. maybe some defensive toxic is the thing. Yeah, it can run like AV. It's pretty good AV user, pretty defensive mon too. So yeah, that's something I'm excited to use. And then I drafted. Let me just go there. Boom, that's my final team. I drafted Golduck and Driftblim for another removal, and Golduck with it gives me a water type on Sun, which isn't really seen that often, but since it has Cloud9, I I think I can make it work. I actually little nostalgia for my first ever draft. I drafted Sun, and I also had uh, those three mons: Helios, Golduck, and Ninetales. So they came back. Yeah, I think this team can be pretty solid. So, I mean, Sun tends to always be a bit weak to rocks, weak to Edgequake, weak to yeah, it's basically its main weaknesses. Opposing fire types too. Yeah, so with rocks, I have the removal on Hitmontop, Great Spinner, Charizard if I want to run defog on it, and Drifblim, another defogger. Then I have Rockers and Rhyperior, Wigglytuff, and Pawniard if I want to, because if I bring it, I probably bring a kind of defensive Violet set, so may be able to run rocks. Yeah. I don't have any other hazards, I think. Not sure if you get spikes or T-spikes. I don't think so. But yeah, I mean, it's a low tier league, so maybe I'm not sure. I might make some other trades or free agents if I notice the lack of hazards is a problem. Maybe like getting rid of Wigglytuff. I mean, I don't have a Wish Passer, but I have Sun, so I probably don't really need it. And I also have Munchlaxs, which also is normal type with high HP. I will see how I work around that. Yeah. So that's my team. I have those. I have the Sun Core, and yeah, I feel like I can put in solid work with it. Yeah, I will soon upload my first battle in the league. So be excited for that. No spoilers here. I already played it. Thank God the doc isn't updated yet. See you next time. Bye.